Hello there, Capricorn. This is your reading for December 1st through to the 7th. So our first week of December. Now, I've started us off by flipping to a random page in our spirit animal book. And today what we are getting is the buffalo. The correct term would be bison, but, moving on. Anyway, so it's telling you that you need to trust that you will always have whatever you need. I like it. It's telling you to focus on being grateful for the things that you have. Gratitude is an excellent vibration that helps bring more to us when we are grateful for what we have, right? It's also telling you to avoid getting stuck in a victim mentality. Definitely good advice, especially for manifesting. So when we're feeling bad, it makes bad things kind of come to us, right? It's telling you that it's a good time to expand your interests, like hobbies, sports, things like that. It's also telling you to expect a miracle and keep the faith. I like it. It's saying that a period of calm and peacefulness is upon you, and you are able to share that and spread the peace and calm to those around you. I like that. Positive vibes. It's also mentioning your spirituality is going to be increasing in leaps and bounds, and that you are a contributor to a new era that is being ushered in. Sorry. I'm a little silly today. So you're kind of helping to spread this peace and happiness. I really like that. So we're going to press onward with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And once again, it's for our Capricorn friends for the first week of December. I don't know about you guys, but it's snowing out here. It's almost like I live in a winter wonderland of sorts. Okay. Interesting. We're off to a very interesting start. And one more. Perfect. All right. So, starting us off, we have the Five of Pentacles showing up. So this is our current energy. We're in this situation where we feel like we're left out in the cold, in the snow. So these folks here, they feel like they're lacking money. Maybe there's issues with health and things like that. Things are not looking so hot. However, if we look here at this stained glass window, it almost looks like the window forms like this anchor between these pentacles. So what these guys need to do to get out of the cold is to go inside where it's warm, and they need to seek out advice. So that this might be a good time to seek out financial advice, if you're in the mode for that kind of thing, or just general advice for mental health, things like that. Mental health is so important. It affects everything. Now, after this guy, we have the Tower showing up. So I'm getting this vibe of like, you're leaving this behind. You've gone inside and you're taking the advice. You're seeking this security here, this anchoring point. Now, the Tower speaks about us leaving things behind that no longer serve us. And it's this kind of snap back to reality because something we've been doing or a way of thinking or feeling has not been serving us. Now that brings us to the World. I really like this forward progression here for you. So the World is talking about, it's a realization of the unlimited beauty and wonder in yourself, but also in the world at large. So that is amazing. So you've got this new sense of wonder and abundance, like you're knowing that the universe is abundant and it's got you, right? You're feeling this sense of freedom, wholeness, and you're attaining goals. And that brings you to the Eight of Wands, where it's this quick moving whirlwind time, but it's quick moving in a good way. It's like time flies when you're having fun kind of vibe, right? And then you're moving on, you're thinking clearly with the Queen of Swords. Sorry, loud vehicles. So you're thinking clearly with the Queen of Swords. Her head is past the clouds. She has clear sight of all around her. Not only that, her hand is out, but she's got her sword at the ready. So what this tells us is we're willing to receive, but we're willing to receive the things that come to us correctly. If it's not in our best interest, we're not taking it. If it's not coming to us how we are already presenting ourselves, we're not taking it, right? We know our worth is what I'm trying to get at here. So I really like that for you, Capricorn. Now, moving past the Queen of Swords, thinking clearly, you've upgraded here to the Emperor. So in this situation here, you are moving forward with this. There's a lot of potential for growth here and forward movement, as long as you're willing to take this energy that you've gained here and your clear sight to move forward in a positive way. It's talking about power and leadership and the aggressive pursuit of goals. So definitely a good time to take action and make a plan. And you will be successful in that if you're willing to pursue it. However, the Emperor does warn us not to inflict our will on others. So that means we're making sure that we say what needs to be said, but we're not going to be a jerk about it, kind of thing. Like, sometimes I know it's really frustrating sometimes when you watch someone go through a difficult situation, for example, and you know the steps that they need to take to help them, but it seems like they're not willing to take those steps. So sometimes we need to just sit back and realize that some folks need to discover things in their own time and in their own way, right? Okay. So I'm moving forward with the Pulp Tarot. Draw a couple of these. And just a heads up, I do read intuitively, so I don't know how many cards I'm pulling until I'm done, basically. I just want to make sure that I'm getting a clear message for you guys. Okay, maybe one more. Okay, so feeling left out in the cold, we're going inside though to seek refuge and shelter. Maybe some advice too. Brings us to this tower moment where we are snapped back to reality. All of our illusions are gone. We are now very clear-headed. And it takes us to the world where dreams are coming true. There's beauty within you and the world around you. You're looking phenomenal. And it's this quick whirlwind time it takes you to. All these things happening, and it's exciting. Time is flying. And you're clear-headed, and you know your worth. Bringing you to the Emperor, where it's this sense of like leadership and power and attainment of goals. Now this guy is confirmed by the Emperor again. So what this tells me is you are definitely in a time of, you are solid in your way, because so the Emperor, obviously, it's showing up twice, and I'm really thinking about leadership here. This could put you in a position where you are leading others, so definitely a good time to make sure we're being respectful of others as well as ourselves, as the Bison Spirit had let us know. And the number 4, I do want to talk about that a little bit. So the number 4 is talking about solidity, it's order, it's understanding, it's tests and trials, it's mind-based, and it is balance. So we are sturdy, and our Bison Spirit let us know that we are protected, we are safe, and I really like this for you guys. Like, you guys seem very strong in your way. So this is really good to see. Now, next up, it takes us to the 3 of Cups, where you are with people you love and appreciate, good humans, where you can celebrate this win. It's almost like you are celebrating, like I'm getting a vibe of you going out with your friends and having a fun time, a celebration, because you've been promoted, is what it looks like. You've moved up in your standing, and I'm kind of getting moving up in the world job-wise speaking. But take it how it resonates. This might not be for everyone. Now, next up, that takes us to the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is talking about its success, basically. Like, once again, it's talking about this sturdy financial foundation. You know your stuff. But the biggest thing I want to highlight about this card, if you look at the top of his hand, he has these scales here. This talks about further need for balance. And it's balance in the way of finances here. So it's like we need to be aware and considerate of where we put our energies, where we put our resources. We do not want to be giving our resources, time, money, efforts, love, what have you, to the things that do not matter. Now, this brings us to the Fool. Interesting. So the Fool is talking about adventure. It's risk-taking. However, I will say calculated risks are fantastic. So it's also new opportunities and adventure. So, I mean, if you're stepping into a leadership role, this could open up a whole plethora of doors for you regarding, like, potentially travel for your work or helping out sister companies and things like that. Like, things are looking pretty interesting. Like, yeah, you've been upgraded here, and so now it's put you in a position where you are able to explore new avenues, but you're not exploring new avenues in the way of, like, having no skills. Like, you're coming from the Emperor, this celebration of the Three of Cups, and then this business savvy balance here. So taking those skills from before and bringing them forward is going to be really important, I think. Now, next we have the Death card coming up. So it's like this, something had to die in us. This could be a project, it could be a situation, this could even be a way of thinking or feeling that it just wasn't really serving us anymore. And it's brought us to this ending, and things just couldn't continue this way. So it is, in fact, a blessing in disguise. Now, I wanted to confirm it because, you know, I'm curious and I'm snoopy. So I pulled another card for that one, and we got the Judgment card. It's goes very well with the Death card. We can see this zombie-like hand coming up out of the grave here. Now, what the Judgment card talks about is this, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you're following a call to heed, you're heeding the call to live a better life, basically. So you have let a part of you go. That wasn't serving you. It was not serving your highest good. Maybe it was getting in the way of potential building of the wealth and the harvest in general. So the Judgment is bringing us to this new, better life. It's also this call, this spiritual call that's being blasted towards us, right? And it's up to us to step out of our coffin and to walk out amongst the living again. And I like it because you immediately get back to work. You are at the 10 of Wands. You went from, it's like starting a new project, and then there was maybe something in the project that wasn't working that had to go. So you made some changes. And also the spiritual aspect of this card. The Gorilla Spirit did talk about, these spiritual changes happening, right? So that could be indicated here. But yeah, you're moving forward, and it looks like it's a heavy burden, but you're right about to put it down because that's the destination and you're just on the home stretch. So this is the card basically right before the harvest. So I really like how that's looking for you, Capricorn. I think the first week of December is going to be pretty darn interesting. You've had a lot of changes happening. Like, I mean, you have the Tower here, you have the Death card, you have Judgment happening. There is big changes on the way for you. However, I want to reiterate that the Bison Spirit Friend, sorry, I'm going on to the Quantum Oracle next. These Bison Spirit Friend did in fact let you know that you are protected and you are safe. One more. Okay. So pressing onward here. I'll just separate some of these guys so I don't get mixed up. Okay. Feeling left out in the cold, maybe a little bit depressed. We're going through a bit of a time. However, it seems like it's an illusion and we are being snapped back. The world is not that bad. In fact, the world is beautiful and you are beautiful and you're seeing that and you're optimistic and there's treasure for you. And you're stepping into this whirlwind time where things are just crazy. And time is flying because you are also just taking the time to have fun as well with it. I love it. And you're thinking clearly, you know your worth. You're not taking anything less than what you're worth. And I appreciate that. Next, it takes you to the Emperor. You are powerful, you're sturdy, you're strong. But we just got to make sure that we are not going to inflict our harsh rulership on others. We're going to be leaders. We're not going to be bosses. Because then we've got the Emperor showing up again. Potentially, as I had said, this looks like it could be a career type situation where you're moving up. Because, yeah, you're taken to the Three of Cups. You're out for drinks and a party with your friends, and you're celebrating this win, this harvest in the background. Look at all those pumpkins. And then it takes you to the Six of Pentacles, where you are further balanced. You know where you're putting your energies, and you're not going to waste it on things that just aren't worth it for you, right? And it brings you to these new opportunities, these new beginnings. You're able to take some calculated risks to do what needs to be done in this balanced leadership role you have taken on. You're letting go of things that don't serve you. It's not a big deal. I don't feel like this is huge for you because it's kind of like you're heeding a more important call. It's not about this lower level stuff. You're shedding a skin that, you're onward and upward. You're upgrading here. And you're carrying a pretty heavy burden. Like, you're strong, you are studious, and you're pressing onward because as soon as you finish carrying these, it's just the home stretch. You're right about there. And it's a harvest. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. And then this takes us to the sacred temple. So, yeah. Our gorilla friend, I'm just going to grab that book again. Your spirituality will now increase in leaps and bounds. You are a contributor to a new era that's being ushered in, one of peace and harmony for all people. Yeah, your body is a sacred temple, and you are using that to build other sacred temples around you. And you're getting help. You're not alone. You're getting help from the ascended masters. You're going to find your intuition blossoming. You're going to be hearing from your guides and seeing the synchronicities around you in the world. That brings us to hidden motivations. Woo! So I'm not really getting a bad thing from this. To me, what I'm getting is this is you manifesting. Because when I went to confirm it, the energy of the motivation was true love. So I'm getting that you might be looking for love or you might be manifesting it inward, because that was confirmed by optimism. So, as I had said earlier, our mindset plays a huge role in what plays out around us. So, it's like you are happy, you're blossoming. It's like you've kind of called in this love, maybe not just a love of a physical person, but this love of life kind of deal is what I'm getting. And it's like she's surrounded by these fruitful trees. It's a harvest, baby. Oh my gosh, Capricorn. Okay, one more from the Shaman Oracle, and then I'll get out of your hair. I really like this though. Like, you guys are doing so good. You're upgrading, you're moving up. And it's like it's like this death has brought about a massive spiritual awakening and empowered you and your spirit. And we're closing off with the Companion. You're not alone. Your guides have you. That's you right there. You are safe in their hands and you're moving forward on this path forward. That's gorgeous. Capricorn, you're beautiful. I hope you have a wonderful first week of December. Take care, guys.